Alright, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. I am not seeing myself live, but doesn't matter. I know I am. It's been 2 weeks. And I'm gonna check if I'm really alive. Because it really looks like I'm not. Nope, everything is good. Alright. 2 weeks have passed. I just looked up what I did, and we were working on a level up system. Specifically, this level up panel stuff. And today, I hope I can get more progress into it. So we already have those. I did destruct. And then I'm lost on how to proceed. When pressing one of those things, it's gonna make this action happen. The finish level up is missing here. Finish level up. Finishing level up. I'm unsure if I need to do anything special here. Since the whole UI needs to be hidden again. But otherwise, I don't think so. Let's have a look. We're starting from here. This was our player XP collector hitbox, which on total XP or more like the level threshold, level up threshold, on reaching this, we don't do anything right now. Which means we can call make level up. Tree is getting paused, then we're gonna okay, there's a lot more missing than I was thinking. Because now it seems we need to create a script on top of this parent so we can change the visibility. Process is not set to always. Actually, would be better. Let's go with when paused. Maybe let's go with always, because I thought about making when paused work, but that could be problematic. And I actually think we should call paused on after activating visibility. Which means now I need another script. Level up screen, level up button, new script. Gonna call it level up scene, just like the parent, or more like the scene naming. We have of type canvas layer, create. Level up scene. Rebuild. Oh, and open the script. And in here, we're probably gonna make this into a singleton. Which also means I need my game manager. Just like this right here. Initialize player data. I think I can go about this just the same. Somewhat. I think I created this initialize player data because of another problem with the player. Could actually be enough if I just fill in the property. But for now, weird enough. I'm just gonna trust the process. I'm kind of confused why I didn't create separate properties. But I'm just gonna trust the process. Level up scene. Level up scene. I'm gonna do it again like this. That's also why I only did private set. Because inside this initialized player data, we can actually set it instead of accessing the variable. So if I do something similar, public void initialize player data, but level up scene, and Copilot already puts out something similar. And this should be good. Which means we're gonna make public override void ready. And he knows the context, initialize level up scene this. Alright. Now I'm asking myself, did I set the player also as instance? Player T scene, player CS. I don't actually think so. Of type player, which is this one, and I did not do anything special inside here. Question is, where the hell am I even? Probably inside the fleshed out player script. This is enemy, doesn't matter for now. Composition doesn't matter. Layer should be somewhere here. New state, play state. This is not the final thing. Where is the player scene? You notice I have here, basic player. You have noticed I have bad structures and I'm looking around for the stuff. Basic player, and there we got nope, this one. Game manager initialize player data. But as far as I can see, there actually is no check if the if there is already a player singleton. Nah, doesn't matter. Too much hassle for now. Okay, so this should be good. This is calling itself, so it is accessible, which means we can use this. We need a variable for the level up scene. Level up scene. Well, and this is again kind of weird, because if I call the instance of level up scene in ready, it is very dependent on how I structure the scene tree in the game world, because it is, as you could probably imagine, it is being processed from top to down, which means if I have the game manager on top, then the level up scene, what is this? Oh, it's a level up scene, I didn't rename it. Rename. Level up scene. Just like right now, first the game manager is being initialized, then the level up scene, which would be calling it's ready, which will in turn call the game manager's initialize function, this one we just created. And then the player would be initialized, calling its function, its player XP collector function, which if I put the instance initialization for this level up scene here, it should in theory work, but it is really dependent on how the scene tree is being initialized. So we should keep this in mind. No, not like this. Do I not have a game manager? I do not have. Game manager dot game manager instance dot level up scene. I'm gonna add a comment. Dependent on what did I say? Scene tree order. Since both game manager and level up scene are required to be initialized before this ready is called. Yeah, exactly. And we can test this theory by adding a comment. A print. Level up scene found. Okay, very interesting. I did not know it is possible to make a check. Oh no, it's gonna print the result of the check. Level up scene found false. Okay, so we're already running into a problem. We are already running into a initialization problem. Weird. Maybe it's this right here. Do I need to set this to? No, I'm using it like this here too. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to create some prints right now. Print. Level up. Again, restart. Huh. Okay. This is of type level up scene, so it should work. However, this is not being called, which is very weird. What is happening here? Nothing special. GD print. Reaching game manager initialize level up scene. Rerun. Try and error. Interesting. I am not reaching the function. Why am I not reaching the function? Did it exactly like here. Initialize level up scene. That song is really weird right now. This could be very much also be because of the what I just said, the way things are being initialized. If I put this down here, maybe it's not from top to bottom, but just the other way around, you know? MS build field level up button level up data is never assigned to and will always have its default value. Back to defer. Level up scene found. False. Weird. Okay, let's make it even more clear. Remove all of this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. In that tree, what is this? Should really watch what I'm writing. What the hell is this? Way too early. No wonder it would be bugging around in that tree. I don't know. I don't even know what in that tree is doing. It's probably even earlier. Or way too late. Level up scene found false. Still. Native call. Cannot connect to pressed. Provided callable is null. Okay, now that's something different. That's something about those here. And I can't imagine what it is. because this stuff is not, yeah, it's not initialized with a default initialization. I'll replace this with an empty function, doesn't need to do anything right now. Yep. Rerun again. And this looks better, but still already you can already see it's displaying the text we have as basic initialization. Now there's still something left. Why is it still printing false? The answer is goes something about here. Level up scene. I think it's working already. It does not. Wait. Again. I'm putting stones into my own path. Level up scene, I moved it downwards. If I do this now, and we can see it is found. So just as I said, scene tree is now creating races because we are all using ready in those nodes, which means the scene tree order will determine if stuff will work or not. And I don't know how to circumvent stuff like that. I could do like a reconnect function for, say, this, and what do we have? Where is it being called? This right here. I would probably have to do like a thread of a coroutine or something, constantly checking if level up scene is initialized in order to make this non-dependent, which in this case would work since there's probably no way that I could instantly get a level up. Which means I would have to call a level up manager, because there are like, I don't know, milliseconds between initialization of those components. So we have to keep in mind it is very dependent on scene tree right now, which is actually bad, but I guess it's okay for now. And we're gonna also put it in here. Yeah, just like this. And that's okay for now. I'm gonna put the visible to false, because this one is gonna call visible true. Other way around, just like I said a few minutes ago, we probably have to first turn visible on and then pause the game, because this script probably will also be paused when pausing the game time. Which means we're gonna come full circle because of this right here, create a single receiver variable for calling when pressed, because we have to unpause game time from within the level up scene, because it's one of those nodes which are set to still be running even though game time is paused. Then we should come full circle. Let's see. I don't even remember what the XP threshold was. Ouch. I also would have to look again into the spawn logic, because as you could see, one enemy was spawning on top of me. 5, let's say 1. For debugging purposes. Hello. Give me your XP. Looks good. Enemies are paused, timer is paused. UI is working. Looks good. Okay, level up scene. And this is where we need to create the custom signal. Level up scene node. What do we have here? Base button, control. I'm just checking if there really isn't something we can instead use. Button down, yeah, actually. Pressed. Actually, on pressed we could probably use I'm thinking about those level up buttons themselves. Doing the visibility change back and unpause the game. Also, I think I just created a bug because there is the escape menu is still existing. Let's just try. Let's see. If we kill this one, thank you, and then I do this, and then I do this. Yeah, I knew it. Because the escape menu is built on the same game time pausing mechanic, which means when I would have to update the escape menu in order to check if level up is currently active. So the first thing I'm gonna do is create a bool, private bool. This leveling up is also kind of funny. Like this. Exactly like this. Oh, not set. Oh, not set. Private set. I don't know how to correctly write properties. Can I just... No. Gonna have a look again, because there are quite a few ways to writing properties in C#. Heh. Did I even do... Yeah, okay. This is the guard clause I was referring to earlier when I checked the singleton creation, because I also declared it static, the game manager instance, since this one really is a singleton, since it checks if there is any game manager instance currently available, and oh yeah, and if there actually is, so if there is a game manager instance, this one is gonna be destroyed. Else, this is gonna be set to this very lone instance. Okay, we got the property, yeah, which means we need to tell player XP collector to also set level up scene dot is leveling up to true. Actually, I think we can make that better, since we do have the power of signals. Visibility, yeah, visibility changed. Emitted and visibility of the layer is changed. And then we're gonna add just a tiny function. If visible, I'm gonna write it out. Would be okay like this, but I'm gonna write it out. If visible equals true, also put is leveling up to true. Yeah, actually we can do both ways. We can do it like this. Paused is set to false. And then all we have to do in the level up buttons is just set visibility of the parent to back to false. I don't know if this is a good practice, since we just created like a dependency on one property to another. But it's funny. So I'm just gonna keep using this. Which also means I'm thinking about a good way to reach from here up to there. Because this way we would have to call getParent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which does not seem like the right way. Which is why I'm gonna consult chat. Level up button. There is a parent 6 layers up, which I wanna access. What is the best way to do so? The best way to access a parent node several layers up is to use the getParent method in a loop, or use the getNode path if the hierarchy is stable. For maintainability, looping is preferred. Again, coming from Unity, this seems somewhat unstable, all of it. But maybe it's just my feeling. Weird. Finish level up. I can actually... You know what? People said some code of games is horrible, so I'm just gonna do it, you know? getParent. This is number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. This is gonna work. Canvas layer dot visible false. Now, if this doesn't look horrible, I don't know. Oh god. Oh man. This looks goddamn ugly. Jesus Christ. Actually, I can probably shift this up here. make a variable private canvas layer. Should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna level up scene, call it like this, put it in there, level up scene. God, this looks horrible. And then I'm gonna, because I want to do this because I want to see if this actually is the right amount of layers. Yeah, seems like it. God, it's so ugly. It's so damn ugly. I don't care. It's probably gonna work. Have to test it. Level up scene. Should actually do its stuff. Right here is where we are missing stuff. Gone with this. Level up scene to false, and then instead of this we should be calling our level up data on button pressed. Yeah. Since this would be calling whatever we are gonna put into the upgrade button. And I think that's gonna be like a separate script, which is gonna be one big class of multiple void functions to be passing into this button pressed, because again, what I also need to do is create another script for this hbox container, which will generate n amounts of those margin containers, since we want to randomize the upgrades available. Because this way, it should also be possible for upgrades like have more options later on. But for now, I need to test if the upgrade panel works as intended now. So opening this, select this, and seems good. Seems very good. Total XP 2, XP collected. Those are not working since they, as you can see, they do not have the script right now. Level up text. And I think the spawn rate actually is way too high. But that's not a problem for me, since this is not gonna be finished. However, there are a lot of add child failed. What is happening here? Data blocked. Alright. Cannot open file. Native calls. I don't have any clue what this is about. Weird. Let's try again. That's kind of weird. Okay, so it's neither the enemy spawning nor the upgrade panel appearing. If I put this, nothing again. We're gonna wait. Again, not the enemies. I take this, level up again. Level up again. Okay, I'm really confused. Where did those debug messages come from? Already seems a little playable. No, everything working as intended. Yet. No. Huh? Okay, maybe it's something just because I closed the window and stuff wasn't cleared properly. But I'm happy about this. This looks good. I'm gonna make a commit because those are quite some changes already. I think I still have a little time. Today I have a little less time than usual, but we can comfortably do the 1 hour again. Beat. What did I call it? Level up GUI. I also noticed I'm in front of the screen. I'm gonna change the side right now. Level up GUI. What's it called? Loop. Enabled level up loop. Passing level up threshold now activates the level up screen. Currently not working properly with escape menu, which is the next thing we're gonna address. Push. Because we already did the first things for this, which is the leveling up pool. Okay, now this can go away. I don't think I need this anymore. Scenes is good. There's escape menu and in here. And then is paused and yeah, exactly this. I'm surprised of how much context Copilot is already checking. I'm using it in my job as well, and I feel like it doesn't get the context as much as here. And this should actually already be everything as bug fix, I guess. Wrong button. In here. Okay, it's exactly worse. All right. What is happening here? Huh? I can't use the paused inversion anymore, I think. What is this? Oh no, wait. That's not the thing I thought about. I'm gonna make a god clause. If game manager instance is leveling up. The hell? No, I do want to open it, but there's show. Alright, wait a minute. I'm not thinking everything through. I think I have to do it here. Since there is show. Actually, I have to do it even further inside. I have to wrap it around this one. If game manager is not game manager dot game manager instance dot level up scene dot is leveling up is like this. This should actually be the right thing. Doesn't matter if we set it to true again, but it does matter if we set it to false. But we still need to hide and show it, since we do want our player to be able to control the escape menu while leveling up. Okay, again. I think now I got it. This. Open, close, still paused. Alright. Maybe not. Why the fuck is this different? Huh? I connected it to... What the fuck? Connected it to this one. Okay, then we're gonna do the same again. It's not game manager dot game manager instance dot level up scene that is leveling up. Yes, now please, for the love of everything. One, two, three. Perfect. Level up, continue, play. And that's a bug fix. Make another commit. It's a atomic commit. Fix. Level up GUI. Escape menu now. Checks. Oh, wait a minute. There's another thing I didn't check. Am I able to press the level up buttons while escape menu is open? Like this? No, okay. Because if I would be able, then I would have to do it the other way around too. Which would be shite. Escape menu now checks if player is leveling. Game doesn't. What? Wait. Doesn't unpause when leveling up and opening and closing escape menu anymore. Mid, push. Very nice. Smooth and tiny fix. Next. Next is creating the upgrade library, actually. And this is where things would get probably out of hand. Because what I was probably last time rambling about is... how do I do this? Best now, paint. Let me try to visualize this. I still do not remember from last time. Shit. I still don't remember from last time. Let's say, I don't know, 1,000. Alright, let's say we have this class. And there is this is the player. Very fucking big. We have the player. Then we have the same, no. We have another class, which I want to treat for the upgrade effects. Right, and we say we have, I don't know, add frost damage. Add fire damage. And add movement speed. And the problem I have is this right here. That is very fucking tiny. This right here is just a stat upgrade, which is pretty straightforward since the player usually has private variables like movement speed, attack speed. Can add this too. Maybe not in red. Movement speed. Attack speed. Maybe also attack damage, basic attack damage, which every attack is scaling off. This is pretty easy. Those, since I can just adjust those values by adding or removing, more like subtracting values, which I put here from those things. This, on the other hand, is a little more tricky again. What I'm thinking of is just creating more internal variables for things like those. At like frost damage, fire damage. Say a basic character has 0 fire and 0 frost damage, which makes it not appear at all. And by adding those variables here, I can also adjust them very easily by adding or subtracting. There is another thing about this, since if we think a step further, this is probably too much for this prototype right now, but if we think a step further, say frost damage will deal damage, but since it is frost, it will also apply a elemental debuff. Frost usually being slowed down. Move speed slowdown. How the fuck do I add this effect onto my attacks now? The solution, most probably again, just other variables which will have their own substat. So like, I don't know, attack speed, and then we put frost damage here, and directly underneath it as another separate variable, slow effect on attacks. I think this could work. All of this in one big fat structure inside the basic player, which all players are inheriting from. So every player should have the same stats that could be adjusted. And this could actually work. Maybe. Maybe it's also getting one big ugly spaghetti code doing wild stuff altogether. Okay, where do I start? This is not relevant for now. Level up scene is pretty much done. And level up button is important now because we have this level up data. The level up data structure, which I should probably also put in the... I should put it probably in the class 2. Next question, where the hell do I put the effects class? Probably under composition. Create new scene. No, not scene. New script. Please make it 2D. Upgrade list. This is gonna be very interesting since it's not gonna be used on any node or anything. And I'm gonna create a comment just so I remember. Create a structure containing every possible upgrade effect. An example: damage up, speed up, I don't know, fire damage up, etc. Then I'm gonna pull this out of here. This is gonna live here. It's from upgrade list dot level up data. To protection level is okay. Public. this, then we still have access. I am again unsure if this is actually the way to go, since again, as I did it with the game manager, this would probably be a good idea to incorporate the whole class as a singleton, since it only serves as a list of possible things. But we'll see. We will see. Public struct upgrade effect. No, wait a minute. Difficult. I need, since there are also going to be functions defined here, I need the player instance. Player. Oh, maybe I don't even need it, since I'm gonna use the game manager just like that. And this is not how I'm imagining it. Oh god. I think it doesn't have to be a struct, but rather a list. Public list of level up data. Like this. This looks like something better. Exactly like this. Heh. Can I do something like gd dot returns a random unsigned 32-bit integer, use remainder to obtain a random value in the interval where n is smaller than blah. If I do this. Can I do it with a range? Random range. Cast it to int. Random range from 1 to 3. Does that work? Oh, it's probably getting casted already. Oh no, it's directly taking ints. Because if I do this, I could probably in here use the rarity. This dot no. Don't seem to be able to access the rarity of the level up data. Sad. Because based on the rarity, I would like to multiply the effects of the upgrade. But it's maybe again, maybe this is another step too much again. in here, if I call game manager now, game manager player damage +1. Exactly like this. Now, yeah, and we have projectile speed here. Which means we need all the other stats. I want to look into basic player because I'm unsure. I have move speed here. That is making everything more complicated again. Because I probably cannot access player dot. Yeah, no, I cannot access it from there. Difficult. I would have to put it into the basic player script. Hmm. I don't know what I'm doing here. A return? Hello? Set. Like this. Basic player should have access to it then. Should have. Hello? Due to its protection level. Like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm not talking much again because I'm starting to get really into thinking. This would work, and then we have a bad example here. Back to this. There's the movement speed. New level updater. Button text. Increase movement speed. Gravity 1 on button pressed. Game manager dot game manager instance dot player. Because now we can access the move speed we just defined. You know what? We're gonna exaggerate. Double players movement speed. Just so we can see there are differences being happening. So float, so we're gonna stay at float. And we're gonna comment everything else. So we only have this available. And then for now, mm-hmm. Nope, doesn't work like this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I tried right there. I do not have words. But we shouldn't be needing this anymore. Instead, we're gonna use possible upgrades list. I'm gonna keep the original phone now. Split right. I can't focus on how the stuff is named. So this is inside upgrades list. Upgrade list dot possible. Hello? Possible Sage. Maybe I need a instance of it. Instance of that class, then we're gonna access upgrades list dot. Now it's working. Possible upgrades. Add index, I don't know, 0. Button text, yeah, exactly. Of course, this would be replaced by, actually, let's do it right now. And upgrade list index. All right, what the hell? Wait a minute. I really don't like this rand int function. Oh man, it's already half. I'm gonna have to finish up in a few minutes. Random range, we're gonna call 0 because there should always be 0. And upgrade list dot possible upgrades dot count -1, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem with reaching outside the array like this, because then we have the same thing we are addressing, and we're gonna use upgrade list index. And then we're able to do this stuff for everything. Yeah. Only sad thing is the rarity. I didn't think this through as obvious, because I actually need to access the rarity property inside the function here. But if I now run this stuff, I think we should be able to see progress. Debugger doesn't seem good. A possible upgrade. Nah, no, does not seem good. Null ref exception. In level up button. Okay, maybe I'm really gonna go another way about this. I think we don't need this then. Yeah. Because now we can directly access it, since it's just a static class, which should always be accessible. Maybe, please. Okay, no error. Ace, look at this, double player's movement speed. We take this, and we can see we already have a lot of fucking movement speed. Oh, I didn't get the XP. Again! Yeah! It's working! Oh god, I'm dead. Alright, but my idea is working. I don't know if this is well scalable, but all I care about for now is that it is working, in fact. Which means I'm very happy about this. And I am more dependent on a basic player which has stats. Okay. But that's it from today. We did a lot of progress. If you enjoyed, please make sure to watch again next time, and see you again. Bye bye.